Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Drive. Happy Monday. I still get super excited about a Monday. I'm going to share this in my group real quick, and then I'm going to bring y'all some Motivation Monday help info, whatever you want to call it. I get super excited about a Monday because it's like a little time to kind of get yourself back in check. I can't do two things at once. Hang on. Let me share this. But I get super excited about a Monday because it's kind of like a little fresh start, little clean slate. I got new ears for y'all today. I like to give you a little woohoo. I'm going to keep you in suspense for a minute. But yes, these are new ears. They look similar to the ones, I should have brought the other ones in here. They look similar to the ones that I had on Friday. But I love all things hot pink, all things Disney, obviously, and all things zebra print. And so for Christmas, maybe last year or the year before, I don't even remember, my brother-in-law, my husband's sister's husband, gave me a new set of these and the ones that you'll see next time. So it was like a pair. So I got these zebra ones. They are correct. If you heard my story on Friday about the other zebra ones, these are just a little bit more updated. The pattern is a little bit different slightly, and they're a little bit cleaner and newer. So these are the ears for today. They are new. They were next up on the border in the living room, but they are different ears than I had on Friday. So I have two pairs of zebra ears. These came in a set with another pair that y'all will see on Wednesday, and they were from David, my brother-in-law, for Christmas one year, because my family all knows that I love zebra print and hot pink and Disney and glitter, and so those are the things that I get, and I love it. So these are the ears for today. Zebra print. I have two zebra print ears, but they're slightly different, and so these were a gift. But welcome to the Daily Drive. Y'all, like I was saying a minute ago, I get super excited about Mondays now. I used to hate Mondays. Good morning, Mama Kay. Y'all, my mother-in-law is coming to stay with us this weekend. I got to do some cleaning in here for you to get here. But we're super excited for this weekend and to hang out and all of that. I can't wait to get hugs and see you. Anyway, I love a Monday. I used to hate Mondays because, I worked full-time and didn't like my job, wasn't living into my purpose, all of those things. And so I would go to sleep on Sunday dreading Monday morning. And now I go to sleep on Sunday night excited about Monday morning because, one, I start thinking about motivation and what I'm going to bring to you. And so that motivates me. I start thinking about the week that's coming up and all the things that I get to do and getting my calendar in check. I start thinking of waking up and just getting into my motivation space on Mondays. And so I kind of have flipped my perspective about Mondays, and I just tell myself that it's a fresh start. I get my calendar in order, write everything down that I need to know for the week. I get my, random notes throughout the week and the weekend back in check. I sit down with my daily drive and do some good intentional thoughts. And I, get my laptop out and get things caught up, like uploading the daily drive. So I love Monday now. And we have been talking a lot on the daily drive on Mondays. Y'all, first of all, say hey when you get on. Say hey when you're here. Good morning. Let me know you're here. The daily drive is just something that I created to keep my mind in check. And since being diagnosed with anxiety in 2010, I found different ways to help myself. And so I feel like my purpose is to help everybody else with their anxiety. And if your anxiety is similar to mine, or even if it's not, maybe you can try some of these things and get control of your mental health a little bit better. So that's why I bring you the daily drive. And I want to talk about motivation because it's Monday, duh. But also, we've talked a lot lately about motivation and the difference between kind of internal and external motivation. Because if you are not internally motivated by whatever it is you're trying to achieve, whatever it is you're working on, if you're not internally motivated by the feelings that come along with that, then you're not going to stay connected. You're not going to stay consistent, right? It's going to be easier for you to like wake up and have that I don't feel like it's and all of the things, right? So if weight loss, for example, is your motivation and you're motivated to lose weight because you're comparing yourself to other people, you're not loving your body, you want to change your body because you don't love it, you are eating in an unhealthy way because you feel like you need to change your body. If that's your motivation, it's not gonna last, because what's gonna happen when you're sitting on the couch comparing yourself to other people? Like, you're gonna get depressed, you're gonna spiral into that slump, and you're gonna eat a whole pizza, right? Like, at least that's what I do. So motivation is based on the internal feelings that come along with what you are working to achieve. So if weight loss is what you're motivated by, you can love your body and want to maintain it and change it at the same time. I now have switched my perspective to loving my body and wanting my temple to stay healthy, wanting to honor the universe by keeping my temple healthy. And so what does that look like for me? It looks like intuitive eating. First of all, that has completely changed my way of eating and thinking about food. So it's intuitive eating. It is striving to be active for at least 30 minutes a day, whatever that looks like. And that's what I'm going to get into in a second. It looks like controlling my mind. It looks like staying on top of my mental health, redirecting my mind. So honoring the universe by keeping my temple healthy has a lot of different layers to it, right? But the overall motivation is that I want my body, I want my health to be at the best that it can be, so that my energy and everything else that I am doing and putting out into the world is all lined up with it, right? So your motivation has to come from internal feelings. When I think about my true, higher, ultimate Sarah Ives, punk rock Barbie, who I am, first of all, I show up as her every day. This is who I am every day of my life, right? I no longer let the anxiety dim my light, because I know how to redirect that and get my energy back in check. So I show up as the person that I want to be every single day, right? It looks like keeping, again, like I was saying, my temple, my energy in line so that I can redirect those thoughts. I turn to gratitude a lot. So motivation, first of all, has to be internal, based on the feelings associated with whatever it is you're working towards, right? So when I picture my highest self, yes, there are changes. My body looks different as my higher self than right now, right? Does that mean that I don't love my body? No, I love my body right now as it is. And every day I'm learning something else about myself to love, right? But I still get up and go to the gym and be active and picture myself just a little bit different. I'm almost there, right? But when I'm picturing my highest self, yes, she does look a little bit different. I'm still showing up as her every day, and I'm doing the things to make those changes happen, because I'm internally motivated by what that highest version of myself looks like, right? So if you are wanting to get a new job, if you are wanting to write a book, if you are wanting to start a family, if you are wanting to adopt, like whatever it is that you have connected your energy with your purpose, whatever that thing is what pushes you to stay internally motivated, right? So on the days that I get up and I don't feel like going to the gym, first of all, I've let go of the expectation that in order to lose weight and in order to be healthy, I have to go to the gym at 5 o'clock every single morning. I've let go of that expectation. That's not for me, right? I strive to be active for 30 minutes a day. So if I get up and don't feel like going to the gym, guess what? I go for a walk at the park and get my energy back in check. Or I go for a walk in my neighborhood even if I don't feel like even taking the time to drive to the park, right? So I let go of that expectation and allowed myself to accept, other options of what showing up for myself looks like. So I've let go of those expectations so I can keep up with that internal motivation, right? So that's what I want to touch on first, is that motivation is internal, based on emotion. It's based on feeling. It's based on how you envision yourself feeling when you've gotten that dream job, when you have the body that you want to have, when you get the car that you want to drive. Y'all, I drive around in a Hyundai with a Jeep steering wheel cover because I'm going to have a hot pink Jeep Wrangler soon, right? Internal motivation comes from the feelings associated with the thing that you have aligned your purpose with, the thing that you want, whatever your goal is. However, there are things that can externally cue that motivation. And that's what I want to get into, okay? But the difference is that that external motivating cue has to also be associated with feeling, okay? And so I'm going to tell you the difference. I'm going to give you a couple of the things that keep me externally motivated, or that remind my internal motivation, right? It's an external cue that reminds me of the internal feeling, okay? Like I was just saying, I drive around in a Hyundai Accent with a Jeep steering wheel cover because that reminds me that even though I'm driving this Hyundai right now for better gas mileage and it's paid off because I just paid it off a few months ago, right? I'm working on that Jeep, and every time I look down and see that Jeep steering wheel cover, every time I see a Jeep Wrangler drive by with the top off, I remind myself of the feeling of being in my hot pink and black Jeep Wrangler with the top off, probably holding my bearded dragon Elliot or something, having him in a little space so he don't get out while the top is off, right? But every time I see that steering wheel cover, it motivates me to keep pushing through whatever it is I'm doing, whether it is making money, whether it is cleaning up my house so that I can create space to be inspired and make money, whether it is being active so that I can just maintain my energy. Whatever it is, when I see that Jeep steering wheel cover, it reminds me of that internal feeling of how I feel when I'm driving around in a Jeep Wrangler. I don't know if y'all have ever ridden in a Jeep Wrangler, but I remember the moment I fell in love with a Jeep Wrangler and wanted to have one, okay? Random side story. My best friend in elementary school, I live in Richmond, Virginia. My best friend in elementary school moved to Maryland, and I was able to go spend a week with her over the summer one year. And so they came down to do some stuff in Richmond, and then I was going to ride back up with them, and then they were going to bring me back down a week or so later. When they came down to get me, they came down to get me in a Jeep Wrangler with the top off, and me and my best friend rode all the way from Richmond to Maryland in a Jeep Wrangler with the top off under the stars. It was at night. We were seeing shooting stars all over the place. We fell asleep for a little bit. When we got there, we were just so energized. We went to bed, got up the next day, and I rode around all week in a Jeep Wrangler and just fell in love with it. 5th grade, in the summer between 5th and 6th grade, I think. So 1995 is when I fell in love. And I remember that exact moment, right? So I remember that internal motivating feeling every time I see that Jeep Wrangler steering wheel cover. Or not even Jeep Wrangler steering wheel cover, it just says Jeep, right? But it's an external cue that reminds me of an internal feeling that keeps me motivated to push for a goal, right? Give me a car emoji in the chat if you're following me, right? It's an external cue that reminds me of an internal emotion that then keeps me pushing, okay? Y'all are about to see how extra I really am. I texted my husband on Saturday and told him that his wife is extra, okay? Y'all are about to see how extra I am because I'm going to show y'all some of my external cues that are associated with internal feelings, okay? And the first one is something that I just got that I haven't even used yet that I am so excited to use. I'm gonna go use it today as soon as I get off of here, okay? Y'all know I have a bearded dragon. His name is Elliot. He is my best friend. He's been on the daily drive with me a few times. Y'all can see him all over my Facebook. Y'all, he goes everywhere with me, just about. I've taken him to Walmart. I take him on drives. We went on a drive to Powhatan, which is like 30, 40 minutes from here yesterday. So like over an hour round trip. My husband and I also went to the dump before that. And so he chilled on my dashboard in the car in the sun while we were unloading stuff at the dump. Like he goes everywhere with me, right? And I love the feeling that I get from having him. But he's also helping me stay active. He's helping me connect with my goal of staying active for 30 minutes a day. Because sometimes when I don't feel like going to the gym, when I don't feel like even going to take a walk at the park, I get him out of his tank and we just go for a walk around the neighborhood together. Like I set the thing on my Apple Watch and we go for a 30, 45 minute walk around the neighborhood together. So he's helping me keep up with my goal of staying active and then also just giving me the feelings of like love and connection and whatever, right? Let me know in the chat if y'all have pets that just give you that feeling of like love and connection, okay? So the external thing that motivates me to be active is Elliot, my bearded dragon. And so this is what I got for Elliot, okay? Don't laugh at me, but this is what I got for Elliot, y'all. This is technically for cats, but it is a backpack that I can unzip. This is like plastic all right here. So I can unzip, oops. I got both zippers. I can unzip it. I can put Elliot in there. I can zip it back up. I can throw it on my back. We can go for a walk. He can sit in the sun. This is all like mesh right here. This is all mesh right here. This one unzips. If I like stop somewhere and he wants to come out easily, it's got air holes right here. It's got a little carpety thing in the bottom for him to sit on. And like, how extra. But it motivates me to get active because I want to get Elliot out and put him in here and go for a walk and let him sit in the sun. Bearded dragons love being in the sun. We went for like an hour and a half drive yesterday and he just sat on my dashboard for a lot of it. They love being in the sun, right? And so the feeling of wanting to be active, right? I am motivated to be active, to feel that, because I want to get Elliot out and get him in this and go for a walk. We're going to go to the park. I'm going to try it out and go to the park and see how he does. Hopefully I can get a 45-minute walk in at the park with him in here, right? There will definitely be pictures in my story, but this is an external thing that motivates me to be active because it just reminds me of the emotion and the feeling and the excitement and the love and all of that I get with Elliot and doing things for him. So this is something that is an external cue that motivates me to be active, but the motivation is associated to that feeling of connection with Elliot, that feeling of wanting to get out and be active with him. So it's not an external like reminder. It's not like I'm hanging up a sticky note on the door that says like get off your butt or something like that. You know, it's something that is connected to an emotion that I have related to Elliot, right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you're following me. Like it's not the sticky note that says go to the gym at 5 o'clock every morning. It's the thing that says, hey, let's go take Elliot for a walk and we're going to be active at the same time. And we're going to be excited and we're going to be extra, right? So we're going to the park today for a 45-minute walk, hopefully, in this to try it out for the first time because it just motivates me to be active, to get active, to do something. But it's connected to that internal feeling, right, of connecting with Elliot and getting outside and doing things and all of the thing, okay? I'm going to show you the next thing, again, because I'm extra. When I was younger, I roller skated all the time. If you're from Richmond area and you went to Ashland Skateland, let me know. Say hey in the chat. But I went to Ashland Skateland in middle school and part of high school every single, just about. I'm sure there was a couple that I missed here and there, but it feels like every single Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, it was like, what are you doing? Duh, I'm going skating. So we were there all the time. We went roller skating. We roller skated around the neighborhood. It was my favorite thing to do. I just loved it. I loved the energy. I loved the music, you know, skating around the roller rink, seeing my friends. But like the energy connected to that. Yeah, Golden Skate World. I only went there when there was like school things or like my friends wanted me to go. I went to Ashland Skateland, and Golden Skate World was like the like one we didn't go to. Like I only went there when there was school people, but I know like a lot of people from our school went to Golden Skate World too. Like we had skate rinks all over the place. I don't think any of them are even open anymore besides Ashland Skateland. I've still gone there a couple times. But anyway, I went skating all the time. And when I was younger, it was, you know, to see my friends, hang out with my friends. It was to listen to music. It was because all the cool kids went skating and I wanted to hang out with everybody, right? Now, as an adult, I'm getting back into it. And so what did I do with my stimmy? I'm not even going to lie. What I do with my stimmy? I got me some hot pink and black roller skates. And speed skates, because I don't, the ones that go like up your leg, like I don't know, they hurt my ankles. So speed skates. I got me some pink and black skates with my stimmy, okay? And this is a ridiculous external reminder, right? No, I love it. But it's an external reminder of all the feelings and stuff that are associated with skating. It gives my energy a boost. It reminds me of listening to the 80s and 90s jams when I was younger. You know, it gives me that nostalgic feeling. And what's happening at the same time? I'm being active. Whether it's outside, whether it's at a skating rink, whether it's with friends, I'm being active at the same time. So it's an external motivator that's linked to internal feelings. Right? And so when I'm having the I don't feel like it days, and I look at these external motivators, I start remembering those feelings that are associated with those things, and then I want to go do something, right? So it's not just, I mentioned this the other day, it's not just hanging the bikini on your refrigerator so that every time you go to the refrigerator, you see the bikini and it hopefully makes you not want to eat or make the right choice or whatever. That is not going to keep you motivated. If you're hanging the bikini on the refrigerator so that you can remind yourself that every body is a bikini body and it's hot girl summer just because you're a girl and it's bikini time, and I love the energy associated with getting them in a bikini and getting outside in the sun. If that's why you're hanging the bikini on the refrigerator, then what's going to happen internally is that you're just going to start making the right decisions. Your body is going to start craving things differently. When I stopped stressing to lose weight, when I stopped stressing to eat right, to diet, to exercise a specific way, a certain amount of time every day, when I stopped stressing about those things and associated the motivation with the feelings behind it, everything changed, and it is so much easier to push through the suck, to push through the I don't feel like it, to push through the I don't want to, the you know, I'll do it tomorrow, whatever it is that comes up. Because now it's not an expectation to do that because I have to lose weight. No, it's a motivator to do that because I want my energy to be in check, because I want my temple to be in alignment. Words are hard sometimes. I want my body to be the best version of it that it can be. And if I'm stressing about what I'm eating, counting calories, buying the right stuff, working out this way, whatever, if I'm stressing about that, that is consuming and blocking my energy. When I let go of those expectations and I simply do things because they make me feel good, it all changes. I am now on the elliptical for 45 minutes, over 3.5 miles. Every time I get on the elliptical, if I go to the park, I walk for 45 minutes. If I walk around the neighborhood, I walk for 45 minutes, unless I have Elliot and he's getting finicky, which I'm hoping the backpack is gonna allow more time for a longer walk. But if you are looking to those external things to keep the motivation going, and those external things are not associated with the right internal feeling, you're not going to stay motivated. You're going to give in to the I don't feel like it. You're going to give in to the I'll do it tomorrow. You're going to give in to the it's the weekend, it's the cheat day, it's whatever. You're going to give in to those things because the feeling is not there to back it up. When the feeling is there to back it up, your energy is in a different place. I allow myself to have Taco Bell if I crave it. And then what happens? I don't crave it for a while. But if I'm depriving myself of it, I want it every single meal, every single day. Like fourth and fifth meal is a real thing, right? Like I want it all the time when I'm depriving myself of it. When I'm allowing myself to feel joy and to feel emotion, it's easier to control it. And so now I'm craving salads. I'm craving water. I'm craving better options because my body and my energy are lined up. And that goes for drinking. That goes for whatever vice I used to turn to. My energy is lined up now. And I don't feel those urges anymore. I don't feel the urge to binge eat. I don't feel the urge to binge drink. I don't feel the urge to take pain pills. I don't feel those urges because my energy, my purpose, my internal and external motivators are linked and driven by feeling, by emotion. So if you're hanging that bikini on your refrigerator to remind yourself that everybody is a bikini body, then go for it. If you're hanging that bikini on your refrigerator to remind yourself not to eat a muffin for breakfast or not to eat an extra snack at night, that's not right. That's not keeping your energy in alignment. That's not allowing you to unblock, unlimit your energy and accept the abundance that's there. The way abundance comes to you is when you unlimit these thoughts, okay? And I always like to throw in a disclaimer. If you're a gym rat, if you're a calorie counter, if you are, a dieter, whatever it is, if you like products, I use products, okay? If you, whatever it is you like to keep your body healthy is up to you. I'm not a gym rat. This is just what works for me, okay? So if you're a gym rat and that pumps your energy up, go for it, homegirl. What I'm saying is that if you're depriving yourself of the things that bring you joy because you have a skewed expectation and the wrong external motivator, you're not going to stay motivated. So the external motivators that remind me of my internal motivation come from the things that are going to help me stay active, but also bring me those emotions, that nostalgic energy. When I skate, if I'm by myself, if I'm not at the skate rink, I'm turning on my 80s and 90s music, right? And I'm being active and feeling joy and having fun at the same time, right? If I'm feeling like I don't want to get up and go to the gym, I'm still going to go for a walk because I'm going to get Elliot out of his tank and get him out in the sun. And these are external things that remind me of my internal motivation to be active for at least 30 minutes a day, right? So, recap. Your motivation must come from internal feelings related to whatever it is that you are working on. So, your internal motivation must be related to your internal feelings, your internal emotions. External things can evoke specific feelings. Those feelings also need to be connected with the emotion of your motivation. So make sure that when you are using external things, reminders, sticky notes, whatever, make sure when you're using those external reminders that they are in alignment with the energy and feelings of your internal motivation. My internal motivation is to keep my temple acting, presenting at its highest capacity, its highest purpose. And I do that by striving to be active for 30 minutes a day, by intuitive eating, and by allowing myself to feel joy. The external motivators that remind me of those internal feelings link all of that emotion together and keep me pushing. So we've talked about motivation being internal before, and I want you to know that you can have external cues for motivation, but you must make sure that those external cues evoke the right specific feelings that are associated with your internal motivation, or it's not going to work. It's not going to keep you pushing. So you get to make sure you get to do the things, you get to do the research, you get to do the personal growth, you get to buy the things that bring you joy and allow you to act in your highest energy field, which is going to keep you pushing. So make sure that your internal and external motivators are in alignment with the energy, the feeling, the emotion that comes from whatever it is you're working towards, whatever it is your goal is, right? I love y'all so much and appreciate so much that y'all get on here with me. The daily drive is something that motivates me literally 24/7 because I think about what new way I can learn and grow so that I can bring something to y'all. So I appreciate when y'all get on here and interact with me and, leave me your comments when you say, hey, Angel, I see you. I love it that y'all still go skating. Ashland Skateland has 18 and up nights on Monday nights, and I'm trying to get into that a couple times a month. Me and some of my friends went, I think last month, and it was so much fun. They also have public skating time on the weekend, so I'm going to be getting into that. But y'all, your internal and external motivators, make sure they're all aligned with your energy and your purpose. I love y'all so much. I know I just said that. Make sure you check out dailydrivecoaching.com. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, put your email address in, and hit subscribe so you get my blog posts and whatever else I send out through dailydrivecoaching.com. You can see tons of information on there, plus an archive of all of these old daily drives where you can go back and see my growth journey over the last year or so. I think I've gone back to January, but I'm still working on it. Make sure that you let me know if you're not part of Becoming Unlimited, which is a group on Facebook, just a community, a free resource of people to connect with, because you are never alone on this mental health journey and growth journey that you are on. And I give you the daily drive, plus other information about unlimiting your thought processes and friends to connect with. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell so you turn on notifications. I will never, ever, ever ask for any fee for what I do here on social media. All I ask is that you offer up the social media fee of liking, sharing, commenting, interacting with me, subscribing to all of my platforms, tagging friends, all of the things. Check out dailydrivecoaching.com, Becoming Unlimited on Facebook, Daily Drive Coaching on YouTube. Turn on notifications for everything so that you don't miss any of the content. One of the ways that I show gratitude is with my joy jar, and I am always grateful for this community that I have here, whether I talk to you regularly, whether you're just a lurker who has never said anything. I am grateful for all of y'all so much, because I wouldn't be able to live into my purpose if I didn't have people here with me, engaging, watching, and being on the journey with me. So I am always grateful for y'all. You go in the joy jar. I will drop the daily drive in the comments when I turn this off. Remember to check out dailydrivecoaching.com. Y'all, remember that you can absolutely use external motivators to keep you pushing, but you have to make sure that your external motivators are lined up with the internal feelings and emotions associated with reaching that goal. When I envision my higher purpose, my body looks a little bit different. And my energy, my external motivators are lined up with keeping me pushing towards that vision of my higher purpose. So remember, when you're using external motivators, to make sure that the energy behind them, the reason behind them, is lined up with the feeling of your internal motivation, so that you can keep pushing no matter what, and you can fight off the I don't feel like it. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Happy Motivation Monday. I will see you soon.